How much do you actually need to move out to Thailand? I'm going to explain it all in this video.
So, how much savings did I have before I moved to Thailand?
How much do you actually need to move out to Thailand? I'm going to explain it all in this video. And it really is very, very cheap. When people say you can live here for literally a third of the price in the UK, they're not joking. It is extremely cheap here. And that is the reason why I moved out. So let me tell you guys exactly how much it costs. Now in Thailand, food is extremely cheap. So if you want to eat out every single day, you can definitely do that. Food is about £2 a meal, sometimes £3 depending on where you go. So if you want to eat out for breakfast, lunch and for dinner, that's going to cost you maybe £7, maybe £8. And then for where we're staying, this place is very expensive in Thailand, but it is worth it. However, it's not necessary. You can easily live in Thailand for maybe £150 a month if you're on your own. If you want to do that, you definitely can. However, in my case, I wanted to do a little bit more of a level up, so we're in a nice villa which costs about £1,000 a month, and even that is very, very affordable. You don't need to be paying £10,000 a month, which somewhere like this in London or the UK would cost you. Here it's £1,000 a month and you get an amazing villa like this. I also got a moped, so this moped costs us £120 a month, which I think is a very good deal, which is very, very cheap as well. And there's my friend's one as well. But really the most expensive thing for the whole trip was the flights. The flight cost about £600 each, £500 each or something like that. So that's literally the most expensive thing. The flight was probably almost as expensive as the rent. You can easily survive here for £500 a month, £1,000 a month if you want to be super cheap. That means you can rent somewhere for £150 a month. You can eat food out every single day, which might cost you maybe £200 a month. And then obviously, what else do you have to pay for? A moped will cost you about £100 a month, and you can literally live here for £500 a month if you want a really tight budget.
Shout out my dog. He living like a king. You see what I'm saying? $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month gets you that villa. So if you're trying to live minimalistically, get yourself a nice little 1-bedroom apartment, or maybe even a studio apartment. You feel me? You're going to be spending a tenth less than what you would have spent for that same unit where you're at in North America, whether it's the UK, Canada, or the US, where prices are skyrocketing through the roof right now, cost of living going crazy. You feel me? We looking at my dog, he killing it over there. And he wasn't alone. Bro is splitting that with his boy. So if you take somebody with you, you could potentially even have even less expenses per month. You starting to tap in with this? This is how we beat the matrix, gang. This is how we up the quality of life and become the people that we need to be. Saving more, investing more, and having better life experiences on a daily basis. Tap in.
Hi, my name's Gracie, and this is how much it costs to move to Thailand from the United States. I was teaching English there, and this is how much it cost me to move. What I'm going to be talking about are startup costs, literally how much it costs to get you from A to B. So I rented a studio apartment in Chiang Mai, and I had to put down $750 for my apartment. Usually you need between 2 to 3 months rent for this. So my apartment cost $250 a month or 8,500 baht. So I had to put down $750 for the first few months of rent. I did end up getting that back though at the end of my lease. And then finally, our startup costs, miscellaneous things. I would budget around $500 to $1,000 for this. Anything from a suitcase, a really good sturdy backpack. I have a really nice Osprey one that I got. Climate appropriate clothes, any toiletries, stuff like that. If we add all of that up, this is the total of the startup costs to move to Thailand. I hope this was helpful for anyone considering moving. Honestly, moving to Thailand was the biggest adventure of my life and the best decision of my life.
I hope y'all tapped in. She dropped a lot of sauce. One of the leading jobs for North Americans moving over to Thailand right now is teaching English, gang. A vast majority of the Thai population needs to learn English, especially if they want to go far or make it in their own home country. So us as North Americans, we get a chance to teach them the English language, and that provides value to their country. That's why she did it. So that's number one. Number two, that visa, they're going to keep you there for a solid 3 months. In my personal opinion, when I get out there, I'm going to probably do Airbnb and bounce around and see which place that I resonate with the most. That might be the place that I end up getting my apartment. You see what I'm saying? Because Airbnbs are relatively cheap as well. You could get an Airbnb for 30 days in Thailand right now for anywhere between 200 to 500 bucks for a month. You can't beat that. You're not getting that from where you're at. You're not getting those prices in North America. And also, she mentioned Chiang Mai, super cheap. A lot of tourists out there, a lot of digital nomads, a lot of people from around the world moving there because it's cheap. It got good food and it got a good quality of life out there. A lot of things to see, a lot of things to do. So you're able to up your quality of life in these places too. It don't got to be Bangkok. It don't got to be Phuket. You see what I'm saying? You could go northern Thailand, where a lot of people are up there right now as we speak, saving more, investing more, leveling up, building businesses all online, monetizing their lifestyle, monetizing their personal brand. You feel me? These are the things people are doing right now to beat the matrix. This is a super life hack. She dropped a lot of sauce. I hope y'all tapped in. You feel me? We gonna get into the next clip. Let's get it.
How do I move to Thailand is the overwhelming comment and DM I get every single day. And I need to have a real conversation with everyone regarding it. So I get it. We're living in some really crazy times. People are angry, people are scared, people are frustrated. And so many people reach out to me every single day saying that they're frustrated, that they want to leave the US and move to Thailand. I get it. I'm doing the best I can to respond to every single DM I get. It's overwhelming at the moment, and if you have taken the time out of your day to send me a message, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm doing the best I can. But I have 3 things that are the most important if you're starting your journey to move to Thailand. Step 1 is visa. You have to figure out your long-term visa option. The best thing I tell you is go to the Thai Embassy website. They list all the visas there, all the requirements. You have to find the visa that fits you best, that you qualify for. Step 2 is the finances. How are you going to be able to afford your lifestyle here and just live here day to day? You're not going to just come over here and get a job as a project manager or in the health industry or anything like that. The only real job that you're going to be able to get is an English teacher. That's about it. Real jobs here are reserved for the Thai citizens. Now, some visas will allow you to work remotely, and if you're thinking about doing that, try to look for a remote job in your home country before you move here. Also, same thing with the visas. Do not come here on a extended tourist visa, apply for the long-term visa in hopes that you'll get it while you're here in Thailand. Start that process in your home country. I can't stress this enough. The third most important thing is this is a big deal. You moving to another country is such a big deal. You're saying goodbye to everything you know, your friends, your family, and this is a whole new start of your life. You have to be ready for it. You're in a completely different culture, different rules, different laws, and you're not a priority here. Everything is going to be different for you, and the Thai people are nice and welcoming, but you have no rights here. I try to tell people this all the time. I know my rights here, and I am nothing more than a glorified guest. I'm a glorified tourist, and I'm okay with that. I've been okay with that for 6 years. And I think a lot of times too, I think some of my videos make things look easy, and they are easy for me, and it's from the standpoint that I've been living here for so many years, and I've been traveling to Southeast Asia for a quarter of a century. Another thing that is a little bit easier for me than most is I'm retired. I don't have to worry, and I don't really think about my financials from that standpoint. I'm very blessed and very lucky for that. So the best thing I tell you is follow those first 3 steps. Try to come here first, travel here first on an extended holiday just to make sure that you do like Thailand before you make the big move.
Shout out to Unc. He keeping it real, super real. You got to make sure you're mentally ready for the move. You jumping into a whole new culture. You got to make sure your visa situation's straight. You see what I'm saying? We already know the tourist visa you could get out there and it'll last you maybe anywhere between 30 to 60 days. Okay, boom. We already know you could teach Thai to the Thai people. That could potentially get you into a longer term stay, a longer term visa as well. You want to jump in with remote income. You're jumping into a brand new playing field, an entirely new country, an entirely new reality. You're shifting. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're making some sort of money online from your home country to support you while you're in another country. If you want to get out there with savings, just make sure you got everything mentally prepared and everything set up to where you're driving towards, making some sort of money online that will sustain you in the future. That's basically what he's trying to say. He's just trying to get you on the right train of thought, the right track of mind to make sure that you stay over there. Because it's a lot of people who end up in Thailand, go broke, and end up having to come back. We're not doing that. We moving forward only. We making sure we making money online. We monetizing lifestyle. I am monetizing lifestyle. I am monetizing personal brand. I'm doing everything that I need to do online to make sure that that income is coming in to support me as I travel. That's the type of mindset that you got to have when you get into this travel lifestyle, because things going to get real. Unexpected situations could arise, such as health insurance, health. You might need to see a doctor. You might need to do things that you would have traditionally did back where you're from in Thailand. So you want to make sure that everything is set up. You got all your ducks in a row to make sure that you support it across the board. You see what I'm saying? Tap in.
How much savings did I have before I moved to Thailand? Well, I actually had quite a lot. I had over $100,000, except it was all in Bitcoin, and we all know how that went. But I did things the absolute wrong way. I lived on my savings for ages, and I didn't start working, and then, long story short, I ran out of money and I almost had to move home. So I would recommend coming over here with at least kind of $4,000 to $5,000. And that's just so you can get yourself set up with an apartment, because that requires about 3 months deposit up front. And then you'll have other expenses like flights and visas, and that should be enough just to get you started on your feet. And I would absolutely recommend having your online job set up before you come here, if not getting starting on it immediately when you get here. I didn't work for ages after I lived in Thailand, and then it came to the last minute where I had to move or start earning money, and luckily enough I already had a personal brand so I could start making money straight away. Don't do it the way I did. Be prepared.
And there you have it. You'll need a remote income. Do your research on the best visa that's going to suit you. Look into the different cities or areas that'll make you feel at home. Don't pick a place just because it's cheap. Pick a place that'll vibe with your energy too, because the last thing you would want is to pay on the low end, but live in a box or live somewhere that you don't like. So these are things that we're going to be getting into on this channel, brick by brick, video by video. I'm doing my research, doing my due diligence every single day. But I think the most important thing that we could talk about when it comes to cost and actually making the move, 3 to 10K, you're going to be straight. 3 to 10K plus some sort of remote income coming in to sustain you. That's all you really need. And with that being said, it's your boy, The Plug World. I'm going to be dropping videos like this every single week. If you like the content, like, subscribe, share. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Let's get it.